So I'm gonna go ahead and start some tabs. First of all, I can log in with my fingerprint, as you know, so getting in and out is really quick and easy. No mistakes when you're entering by fingerprint. We know that person is that definite person that's logging in.
Right.
And so from a timekeeping perspective, fingerprint's obviously going to be superior for clocking in. And then on the clock out, we have an auto clock out feature that's built in. So we kind of catch the errors for employees who are forgetful and save some time and energy for whoever's kind of running payroll or running the books. So first thing I'm going to illustrate is we have a one-click menu search. Keyboard comes up. Anything on the menu is queryable. If we were going to search for the Jonathan, Jon, boom, 3 letters and you're there. I can type in THAN because I know that's how you spell Jonathan, right? We search within a word, so you don't have to be a spelling wizard, and we always show relevant results. So I can keep typing after this, and it's not going to make that tile disappear, right? You're probably looking for something. We're not going to make you look like an asshole. You're searching for something, but if you make a spelling error, it's okay. You're probably still going to get to what you're looking for. If I'm looking for Bud Light, there it is. If I'm looking for the something blue, it's quick, it's easy, it's fast. The menu search really speeds things up, especially when you have a large menu. The tab search works just the same. So if I hit tab search, it's going to search anything on those tabs from the first name to the last name, the credit card number to the tab number, or even the table number if you assigned them one. Credit cards here to start some tabs. And what I'm doing is I'm inserting it into the chip reader. It takes about 2 seconds. It'll say remove card, and you'll see that tab's been open with the card actually tokenized and stored right there at the POS level. So I can give that credit card back to the customer. Even if I don't put any menu items on it at this point, it's going to open that tab and kind of keep it open. So I'll take you back into some of the functionality here on the POS. So we have drag select. I'm going to put a couple more onto this bill. If I wanted to say repeat the first 4 items on this round, I could click one at a time, right? Or I could just drag my finger and then hit repeat round at the bottom.
Ooh,
so everything that we
right.
do is kind of about speed and cash this out. If someone came in and ordered 12 white Russians, instead of going through like this till you get to 12, right? We have an itemizer bar here in the middle. So you can see right here, 0 through 9. If I hit the white Russian and then quickly hit 1, 2, it's going to make that 12 white Russians. Yep. Pina colada, let's say you got 5 of those. Boom, 5 pina coladas. The Neil special, you had 4 of those. Boom. All right. Now, if I wanted to, we'll cash this one out. I'm going to get a big, juicy bill here. Let's just say this Steve Harder. We're going to split this one up. And this Steve Harder was a bottle service, right? So I'm going to click on it. Let's go back real quick. Click on that, split the item in thirds. So I just took the Steve Harder, I split it into thirds. When I go back to split payment, I can split this check into 3 ways and say one person had a third, and a third of that Steve Harder. And then the rest is broken off. You can start assigning it to the seat. So maybe this guy had these items, position 2, let's say had these items, position 3 had those items. Bottle splits or an appetizer or anything that you're needing to split up, you could split a single item into up to 7 splits. In this case, we did 3, and then you can individually split off those items. I'm going to show you another way for split checks. So let's just say someone came up and they sat at bar number 11. I'm going to go to the top of the profile here. We can add service charges. We can enable coursing and seating. In this case, I'm going to enable seating. All right. With the seats, let's just say seat number 1 had the Jonathan. Seat number 2 had the white Russian. Seat number 3 got the Neil special and a Kraken. And seat number 4 had, say, the Tracy special. All right. Now, if I wanted to go and hit split payment on this tab, since it's already broken up by seat, we already went ahead and broke that up by seat for you. But if someone said, hey, I'm just going to take care of this table all on one card, regular split, they said, actually, I want to do $100 cash, right? The rest on the card. Actually, I want to do 2 cards. Do you mind? 3 cards, 4 cards, 5 cards. So we kind of say we have split payments on steroids. The goal is to collect all the money on the left-hand side, and we give you as many ways and options to kind of split that up for your customers as possible. We have up to 100 splits in the system, so you can service very large parties that are super annoying. So we got the menu search, the tab search, split checks, itemizers. Let's go back to one of these tabs. Let's just say Kenzie came in and you wanted to merge this tab with another tab. So you can actually hit merge here and say we're going to merge it with Darren McLeod's tab. Maybe we want to take one item special, transfer it off to a new tab entirely for, let's call it Steve. Now Steve has his item special, and you're going to cash that out. When users get on our system, they're going to find that everything that we do is designed for speed and efficiency. Our goal is less clicks, right? You should spend less time at the POS and more time in front of your customers. Instead of doing 12 white Russians, you can do white Russian 1, 2. That's 3 clicks instead of 13 or 14 clicks, right? So when you compound that across all the features that are available on SmartTab, the time and energy it takes to get through someone's day from a service level perspective, a bartender or server, is drastically reduced, and they get to spend a lot more time in front of the customers, which leads to more sales and more tips in their pockets. So everything that we bring to the table from the point of sale perspective, it's about speed and efficiency. We literally give the tools that a lot of bartenders and servers have been dying to have all their lives. A lot of times these places are busy and they have the people, the customers in the seats, but the POS is still ancient or old or slow, and they're really hurting their business. Let's just say this Jonathan, we wanted to break out the recipe for it. If I did a long hold, you can see right now it's just broken out as one shot, but we can build out the ingredient list and prep notes, ice, glass, garnish, method, description. If you needed to 86 it because you didn't have any more, we just 86 it across the whole venue. Maybe you only have 3 of them, right? If you try to oversell, let's try to sell 5 of those. Again, instead of doing that, I could go boom, 5. Table tab. Hold up. You only had 3 in the system. What do you want to do with the other 2? We're going to delete and proceed. You can see that it auto 86 the Jonathan until you come back in and say, actually, I got 2 more. So you can sell those off, and then it'll auto 86 again. So all these little features that we've built out are geared towards real-time activity on site. So, if something's out of stock, I need to let everybody in the building know from my staff that we don't have that shit anymore, right? The Jonathan's gone. Don't ring it in. I don't want to see it on my bar or kitchen printer because we don't have it. I can't fulfill that order, right? With us, it's hold down, 86, boom. And this is all privilege based. So of course, usually managers or head bartenders or something have that access, or maybe the chef. But the idea is if something's out of stock, you don't have it anymore. The meat that was supposed to be, for the special sandwich got left out and it's ruined, so we can't make them today. Any of those situations require someone to 86 something. And when you 86 it on our system, it goes across the entire venue. So right. If you have 1 station or 100 stations, you do it once, and then it's relayed across the entire venue. So it's really nice. We set up the tables. You can have as many different rooms as possible, right? The reporting, there's a sales performance number. So that's generally what you bartenders and servers kind of compete off of. That's what you ring in regardless of who takes the payment. That's what you sold, right? Tab section, we have open, pending, and closed. Open is, you owe me money. Pending is you ran a credit card. Let's just go ahead and do a split payment, fake credit card here. You'll see a tab go into pending. Adding a tip is easy. We do the math both ways. So maybe he put 50 bucks in here, or maybe he put 400 and we need to do the reverse math, right? Adding the tip. Then when you add the tip, it goes to close. And the idea is get everything to close before you close out or before you log out. So remember what I was telling you, I was starting tabs with the cards. So if I just go back to Jenny here, I hit credit. you can see there's an offline transaction option. So it's telling you, hey, this is an offline transaction. It's not actually running the payment. The internet's down or your payment processing is down, right? But what do you want to do? You want to run offline. That way it still populates the receipt, right? So it's going to print out the customer receipt at that point. Once the internet comes back on, they'd come back to the tab section. They'd open that tab, they'd hit credit, and then they'd hit charge existing. Now, this doesn't have a payment processor set up on here, so it'll give an error, but normally it would go through and then you could put the tip in. So yeah, our offline mode is the shit. SmartTab is essentially the new age POS. You know, if they're coming off something like Aloha or Micros, every course of action that they do on the POS, it takes 2 to 3 to 4 times more clicks on those other systems than it does on SmartTab. And so we're pretty confident that with all the features that we bring to the table, their tips are going to increase from day one. And it's really apparent in the busy venues. You know, if they already have the volume and their POS is essentially what's kind of slowing them up, we can get SmartTab in there and they're going to start to see that extra revenue right off the bat, usually their first busy weekend.